Hi, my friends call me Lime, and for the sake of our own happiness, we need to help each other to stop seeing oppression where it doesn't actually exist. So, I was watching Stephen Colbert making jokes about Donald Trump loving Putin and that Trump's mouth was only good for sucking Putin's dick, and sure, you could question the tastefulness of that joke, but then I saw Stephen getting heat for being homophobic. And I have no idea how people get homophobia from this. The joke was obviously not that Trump loves another man, but that he loves Putin. It's a corruption joke, not a gay joke. If the United States had a female president, then he would have made the exact same joke, and would that then be heterophobic? No. And this is not the first time I've seen people see oppression even where there is none. I once worked at a mall where people can get their Christmas presents wrapped for free in December. And there are no lines, instead people are given numbers to determine who is next, and therefore the workers need to stop giving out numbers after a certain point of time to be able to finish what they started before closing time. And a black woman got there just a little too late and asked for a number, and when she was told no, then she called racism. And I don't doubt that this woman actually saw racism there, but those workers would have done the exact same thing no matter who asked, so objectively, there is no racism there. We want a world where we don't have to experience homophobia, racism, sexism, and so on. But if we see those things, even when they're not there, we will never reach our goal. Now, a common notion is that homosexuals decide if something is homophobic, black people decide if something is racist against black people, and women decide if something is sexist against women. And I agree with this, mostly because I'm arguing that's not always the case. And another common notion is that a person who is not a part of a certain minority needs to walk a mile in that minority's shoes before expressing how things should be interpreted. And again, I agree with this mostly. I was bullied to the point where I got so used to attacks that I saw them everywhere, even when there were none. It was like someone put dark glasses over my eyes, clouding my vision, making me see insults even in compliments. And so my experience of being bullied blinded me from seeing things for how they truly were, and therefore I needed to work on myself to get those metaphorical glasses off. So if someone were to walk a mile in my shoes, then that someone wouldn't start seeing things for how they truly were. Instead, that person would get an explanation for why I saw things that were not there. So, are homosexuals more fit to judge whether something is homophobic or not? Well, yeah, probably, but based on the examples given, I'm just arguing that's not always the case. So, what needs to happen? Well, in my opinion, first of all, we need to realize the power of outside perspectives. We don't always know better just because we're in the middle of something. Sometimes that is what clouds our vision, and when it does, we need to take in other perspectives to complete the puzzle. So when discussing if what someone said was homophobic or not, then the perspective of that person is crucial in that equation, because that person is the only expert in what that person meant. And second of all, people need to work on themselves to get their own metaphorical dark glasses off. In other words, to stop seeing oppression where there is none. And I realize that people might have experienced horrible things in their lives, but that is an explanation rather than a justification for wearing said glasses, because you still have a responsibility to try to interpret people correctly. So please, let's help each other to stop jumping at conclusions that things are homophobic, racist, or sexist, or so on, because none of the two sides benefit from seeing oppression where there is none. We would all be a lot happier if people stop making things into things they're not. However, and this is a big however, do not use this argument to justify making people feel bad. If you made someone feel bad because of a joke you made or a word you used relevant to that person, then stop. You might feel that it's stupid of that person to feel badly about it, but the truth is that person does. And there's nothing they can really do about it at the time. They might need to work on that, but you still have a responsibility to consider other people's feelings until they do. To a reasonable degree, of course. And I realize that this subject might be seen as a bit more provocative than the videos I usually do, but I just felt the need to say something about this, so tell me in the comments below what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.